2022 is now over. So it is time, once again, for the Yeary Awards, hosted by me, Larry the Frog. Let's do it. Hi everybody, and welcome to the 2022 Yeary Awards. Yay! I'm Larry the Frog, and I am once again your host for this year's event. So, 2022 has been an interesting one for sure on BigCTV. Of course, the biggest accomplishment was we finally hit 1,000 subscribers, and we couldn't have done it if it wasn't for your help. So thank you to everyone who subscribed to this channel, and we hope you continue to enjoy our content for years to come. But anyway, you're not here to hear me ramble about how happy I am that 2022 is almost done, or the fact that I didn't get utilized nearly as much in this year as I probably should have. But that's neither here nor there. It is now time to talk to you about what Chris picked for the best, and in one situation worst, of 2022. So we're going to start off with his younger brother Zach, who apparently is trapped in some kind of virtual world. Take it away, Zach.
Hello everyone. I believe I've been asked to present the best tech of the year. Technology sure is fascinating. I'm currently defusing a bomb from the safety of this bedroom. Pretty interesting. So I believe the nominees for the best tech of the year were the PS5, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and the green button. The Switch OLED. Yeah, pretty good lineup. All right. So the winner for the best tech of the year goes to... wrong wire.
Now, I know what you're thinking. The PS5 is not from 2022. In fact, it was from 2 years ago in 2020. And that is correct, but this is my award show, and to me, this was my first experience getting to use the PlayStation 5. And it's a great system. I really, really like it. The main thing that is so good about the PlayStation 5 is the controller. The DualSense is a fantastic controller. Feels good in your hand. The features that it has are really, really fantastic, and as long as games continue to really utilize the DualSense for all it's worth, then I think the PS5 has a very bright future. It's a great system. I love both my Xbox and my PS5 equally, so don't expect this to be any kind of fanboyism. I also love my Switch. But in terms of controllers and consoles that I got to experience for the first time in 2022, the PS5 is definitely the best technology from this year.
Hello guys, Corey here. I just wanted to take the time on this channel to kind of just talk to you personally, just as me, not as, non-existent champion Corey, that I've been for years and years and years. In fact, I don't know, yes, you can see championship's not even on, it's right over there. It's looking great, beautiful. But it's not about that right now. What a year, right? There's been, some people had a spectacular year, being champion and things like that. And, there's other people that probably felt like, they've had, bad days, bad months, to a point that they probably felt like they had a bad life, Look into the sky for change that will probably never come, and I can't hold you. I can't blame you for feeling like your day would never come. It's just simply a symptom of being human, I know I felt like, bad. I had a bad day when I accidentally left my championship in the tour bus, and it pulled off, and I couldn't find it for like 2 hours, but I found it, and it's here, and things are great again. But while you guys are looking for your change and trying to come to terms with your life and things of that nature, I just want to say, keep fighting, keep going. Your day will come, hopefully soon, because you deserve it. You deserve it. In the meantime, check out these nominees for Song of the Year.
When the world is on your shoulders and the weight of your own heart is too much to bear, well, I know that you're afraid things will always be this way. It's just a bad day, not a bad life.
This was actually a pretty tight race, to be completely honest, because all three of these songs were really good in their own ways. But I had to give it to Bad Life, mostly because this is a song that hit hard. Now, granted, I didn't know about it until after it would have hit the hardest, back when I was unemployed and still trying to figure out what I was going to do. But it's a great reminder that just because you're having one bad day doesn't mean your entire life is forfeit. And that hits hard, especially for those who have depression like I do. So, whenever you're down, take a listen to this song. Besides the fact it's a really good song, and it's also Bring Me the Horizon's second award from the Yearies, which is interesting. It's a great song. It's got a great message, and it's a good reminder that, even though you're having a bad day, it's not the end of the world. So, congratulations to Bad Life by Sacred and Bring Me the Horizon for Song of the Year. So apparently we ran out of budget for presenters this year, so I'm going to do a presentation as well. So of course, it goes without saying that a lot of songs are on great albums. And listening to a full album is kind of an experience. Of course, a lot of people like individual songs, but why not listen to a really good album? Well, we have some solid nominees this year for Album of the Year. The nominees are Shinedown, Planet Zero, Skillet, Dominion, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special soundtrack. And the winner of Album of the Year goes to... I've been a fan of Skillet for many, many, many years, and I will say I do like a lot of their earlier albums a bit better than the newer ones, but in terms of the full albums that I've listened to this year, and I freely admit, I haven't listened to a whole lot of full albums because we live in an age where people can just pick and choose what songs they want to listen to, but I did listen to all of Dominion, and I have to say, for the most part, I really, really liked it. It's got some great pump-up anthems. It's got some solid, softer songs. One of Skillet's softer songs is one of my favorites of all time. So they did a great job. It's another solid album from them. And it's definitely my favorite full album that I listened to in 2022.
For the series of the year, I am going to change a series of hats. The nominees are The Book of Boba Fett, She-Hulk, Stranger Things, Season 4. And the winner is...
You have lost.
When it comes to TV shows this year, Stranger Things Season 4 was easily one of the best I've seen. Not only did it take what was already there and make it better, but it was so much better it's not even funny. This is one of those rare examples where, even though the show was already in a good spot, this kind of took everything that was good about the original first few seasons, and season 2 was kind of on the weaker side, but it just continued to amp up the excitement. It was intense, it was fantastic, and easily one of the most enjoyable TV series viewings that I've ever seen. I marathoned it as soon as each part came out, and do not at all regret it. It was so good. So, Stranger Things Season 4, easily my pick for Series of the Year 2022. So, we did have another presenter for this spot, but unfortunately we weren't able to get the clip in time. So, I guess I'm presenting another one. Anyway, you know what goes well with really, really good movies? Really, really bad ones. And 2022 had a very solid lineup of not so great movies. So, the nominees for Worst Picture of 2022 in a Yeary's first Bad Award go to Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank, and Rob Zombie's The Munsters. And the award goes to...
Greetings from Transylvania! That's a strange way of saying hello.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to get used to it.
Normally I don't like doing a negative category, but this year I feel was an exception because I saw a pretty large amount of not great movies. And by far, the worst of the bunch was Rob Zombie's The Munsters. It was one of those movies where as soon as I watched the trailer, I knew it was going to be bad, and as soon as I watched the movie, I confirmed that suspicion. It's just bad. It's too colorful for its own good. The acting is very awkward and stilted. Now, granted, I can't say I've watched a ton of the Munsters TV show, and I've heard it's fairly loyal to that. But as a film, especially as a film that's trying to, I would assume, bring in new people to get to know the Munsters, it did a horrible job. It's just not a good movie. So I would probably avoid Rob Zombie's The Munsters unless you're like a diehard fan of the Munsters TV show. And honestly, if you are, just watch that. It's probably going to be a better time. So, Rob Zombie's The Munsters, my pick for Worst Picture of 2022.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. You know, it's been quite a year for the film industry. Now, don't take my word for it. The only movie that's been playing in my house this year is Encanto, on repeat, 100 times. Instead, you should take Chris's. Of the many films that Chris has seen, 3 have stood out for their quality. The nominees for Best Picture include Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun: Maverick, and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And the Yeary goes to...
Don't let anything distract you from it.
This was an award I pretty much knew as soon as I saw the movie in January. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a masterpiece. It is easily one of the most unique and well-crafted films I've ever seen. I knew it was good when a movie that weird I was able to show to my dad and my brothers, and all of us came out knowing, wow, that was incredible. And it really is. It's one of those films that's really difficult to describe. You kind of just have to watch it. But it's hilarious, it's exciting, it's violent, it makes you question way too many things. But overall, it's just an absolutely phenomenal movie. So if you have not watched it, please do yourself a favor and check out Everything Everywhere All at Once. It is my pick for Best Picture of 2022. And honestly, it might be one of my favorite movies of all time. It is so good. So please check it out.
Come to you from a future where the machines have taken over. They've set aside these irresistible programs to lure you in. In the first one, you travel to the past to correct the future. In the second, you lead a team of heroes to save their demonic brothers. In the third, you travel to a faraway land to gather a treasure while going to school. No, they're coming! Quick, save us! And the winner is...
Get ready. Your very own legend is about to begin. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, rated E for everyone, only on Nintendo Switch.
Game of the Year was kind of tough. Honestly, I have a very bad habit of not playing a whole lot of games very far. I usually start a whole bunch and then don't get too far into them. But I will say, I beat Pokemon Legends Arceus completely, and it's a great game. Yes, I will give a shout out to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where if it wasn't for the bugs, I probably would have given it Game of the Year. Being completely honest here. But Legends Arceus was fantastic for not only changing up the Pokemon formula substantially, but also giving that cool art style. It had a solid story. It did a lot of things right, and I hope in the future we will get more Legends games that play very similarly to that one, because I would love it. So, yes, I know Scarlet and Violet is getting a lot of the attention, but if for some reason you didn't play Pokemon Legends Arceus, you really should go back and play it. It's a very good game, and my pick for Game of the Year 2022. Hi, it's me again. Just want to remind you, if you haven't done so already, to be sure to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. That way you know when new videos on this channel release. 2023 is going to be a very different year for this channel, so if you want to keep tabs on everything that's coming out, be sure to hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. Also, you can follow BigCTV on Twitter at BigCTV Show. That way you'll know when new videos are releasing. Anyway, back to the awards. Now, of course, comes the time in the show where I present the last two categories. So first off, shout out to all of my presenters for this year's ceremony. I freely admit that it was a little rough to get some of my presenters because, of course, we do this over the holidays and a lot of folks were very busy. But thank you to everybody who was able to submit their clip. And shout out to all you for doing a great job with your presentations. I really appreciate it. But now it's time for me to wrap up the show. And to do so, we're going to present the last two awards, which are for BigCTV and BigCTV Plays Video of the Year. So, of course, on this channel, we've released a lot of videos. We've done a lot of fun stuff over the last year. So I want to take a moment to talk about some of the best moments, at least based on views and based on your comments, that we had in 2022 for BigCTV. We have 3 videos that are nominated for BigCTV Video of the Year. The first is the episode of This Week with BigC, where we took a trip in the car wash. That was kind of one of the more experimental episodes because I'm sure not everybody was expecting to have a POV shot of a car wash, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. The second was our taste test adventure for the 1,000 subscriber celebration, where we went to Mochi Nut. That was a really fun experience. We all had a good time, and we got to try some very delicious food. And the third nominee is, of course, Fast Food Throwdown Gauntlet, where Matt and I went down this whole list and tried a whole bunch of wacky foods, and it was an adventure for sure. And the winner of BigCTV Video of the Year goes to... Matt.
Yes?
I'm hungry.
Okay.
Like, really, really hungry.
Okay, so what are you thinking?
I don't know, there's so many choices. What sounds good to you?
I don't know. I mean, anything will work for me pretty much.
Okay. How about instead of figuring out where we want to go, we do all of them It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Gauntlet. This was a pretty easy choice, honestly. The Gauntlet was not only one of the more time-consuming and interesting videos that we shot all year, but it was definitely one of the most rewarding. It was a fun video. We had a lot of fun doing it. It was definitely a pretty wacky one, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it. So, had to give the award for best video of 2022 to the Fast Food Throwdown Gauntlet. So hopefully we'll be able to do a few more Fast Food Throwdowns in 2023. Just keep in mind, they're not easy to make and they're expensive, but we will plan on doing more of them in 2023. So just keep an eye out for those. Anyway, now it's time to get to BigCTV Plays Video of the Year. We had some pretty solid nominees for that. And one of them actually ties into one of our earlier winners. So of course the first nominee is when I finally picked up a PlayStation 5. I did a whole video of how I found my local GameStop had one, and so I decided to try to scrounge up as much trading credit as I could to help me fully pay off a PS5. So that was a fun adventure. The second was when I went clearance game hunting on GameStop's website and picked up a whole bunch of videos. A lot of people seem to really enjoy that video where I got a nice stack of clearance games from GameStop. And then the third is when I went to a pawn shop and actually bought something off a guy who was trying to sell to the pawn shop and didn't end up going away with anything. So I ended up buying it from him. I got a great deal, he got a great deal. It was a good time. So those are your nominees for BigCTV Plays Video of the Year, and the winner is...
If you have like Venmo or something, I'd be interested in possibly some of the two games. I don't know how much you were looking for. Oh, okay, I have that.
So this one I kind of went strictly based on views, honestly, and everyone really enjoyed the fact that I was able to pick up that game, those couple games from that guy at the pawn shop. Everyone seems to overall really enjoy the game hunt cam videos where I go into various locations with my GoPro, and I enjoy making those as well, though they're a little more time consuming to edit and a little more, rough, but I think they're fun and everyone seems to enjoy them as well. So if you're a bargain game hunter viewer, you're welcome. I'll try to keep doing those whenever I can. But yeah, that was your most popular and best video of 2022 for BigCTV Plays. Well, that's all there is for the Yearies 2022. Thank you everyone for being so patient for this video. I know it took a bit longer than we would have liked for it to release, but it's the holidays and there's a lot going on, so I guess that's an excuse. Anyway, thank you very much for watching all of our videos in 2022, and look forward to some interesting new experiments and fun times in 2023. Anyway, this is Larry the Frog, your host, and I will see you next year for the Yearies of 2023. Bye-bye.